Hollow Knight is quite the experience. A riveting action-adventure Metroidvania game developed by Team Cherry. Join me as I dive into Hollow Knight 8 years later and see if this game is truly worth your time or not. Of course, I got you covered as no major story spoilers will be shown during this review. Hollow Knight offers a unique, dark experience filled with exploration, combat, and lore. It's a Metroidvania-style game, meaning it emphasizes non-linear exploration and progression through a gigantic, interconnected world, having it where players can unlock new skills or items that let them reach places they couldn't before. So, you will find yourself backtracking and exploring earlier parts of the game again. Therefore, a little more complex than your typical side-scroller. The game follows a silent, nameless knight exploring the ruins of Hallownest, this fallen insect kingdom. You will uncover its tragic history as you explore the world, while you'll encounter a variety of characters, some friendly, some hostile, others ambiguous, each offering cryptic hints about Hallownest's past and the knight's purpose. I don't think the biggest selling point is the story for this game, but the element that does, truthfully, is how impressive the world building is. You'll stumble into the depressingly rundown remains of what is Dirtmouth. You speak with the elder of the town, then practically set out from there. Exploration is the key factor of this game. You'll drop into the depths below, and going from there, not really given a clear direction of what you're supposed to do, leaving you to figure it out. This is the true beauty of the game. Within this enormous underground realm, Team Cherry shows the brilliance of Hollow Knight, with the map being made up of 15 main named areas. Each area will offer its own feel and unique arrangement of enemies to go along with a musical score accompanying it in each area, giving it a distinct atmosphere. When first beginning this game, you will get taught a very difficult lesson. Always find a bench, because it's your lifeline in that zone. You will be given so many lives, but if you run out, you're really gonna be feeling it once you spawn a long ways away. I admit to being a noob and falling into this trap a few times, not to mention, it's heavily advised to get acquainted with this guy. Because without a map, you could easily go round and round in this game. I think I was in that first underground area of the Forgotten Crossroads for a good 3 hours just trying to find the next zone. So, look for those fallen pages, listen for Cornifer's humming, and find him to buy the maps of those areas. He's a lifesaver and an immense time saver as well. This game is hard. In fact, I could see why it gets some comparisons to a Souls-like game, where you will encounter difficult combat, such as some intense boss fights, limited healing, and punishing deaths. For when you die, you can lose your money and progress to an extent, sending you back to that last saved bench. You will have to find yourself getting better to advance in this game, or you may not get very far in this dark fantasy world. However, the game's challenges made for a rewarding experience. I may have died many times, but each time I learned something new and improved my skills. The sense of accomplishment when I finally overcame a tough section was incredibly satisfying. The game's world is full of secrets and hidden areas, waiting to be discovered. Hollow Knight is a game that rewards exploration, curiosity, and perseverance. Before giving this a go, I had never played a Metroidvania game before. I had played my fair share of side-scrollers, especially being raised in a Nintendo family, but I have got to give props to Team Cherry on this experience. In fact, I found some very cool, impressive facts on Hollow Knight worth sharing with you, where this game company only consists of 3 dudes from Australia, and apparently, the game is entirely hand-drawn.
Huh?
What? Are you kidding me? My hat's off to these gents. Impressive work, truly. So, to look at the big question, is Hollow Knight worth playing in 2025? In my opinion, the answer is yes. While it may not be a new game, its art style, engaging gameplay, and atmospheric soundtrack make it a must-play for fans of this game genre, or if you were like me and just curious on what it was all about. Plus, if you've been around here a while, you know I like games that have multiple endings, and apparently, it's come to my attention Hollow Knight has 5 possible endings. So, I may be back to check those out sometime. I admit, it was another game I had sitting in my Steam library for quite some time, and with hearing more about how it has a sequel potentially coming out later this year, I finally had it pique my curiosity and checked it out. Or who knows, maybe I'll be checking that out when the game drops supposedly later in 2025. Time will tell, I guess, as the game was originally set to release in the first half of 2023, but we're still waiting. Hopefully, things will stay on course and we'll not see any more setbacks for Hollow Knight Silksong's release. Before I wrap up, I want to hear from you. Have you played Hollow Knight? What are your thoughts on the game? Let me know in the comments. But please, no spoilers for others who haven't experienced it yet. If you made it to the very end, thank you. Thank you very much for your time and patience to hear me out. I greatly appreciate that, more than you know. Please consider dropping a like and sharing this video with a friend. But most importantly, remember to take care of yourself. Have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next video.